Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm just going to sit down and do another chit chat with you guys. I think I'm going to call these types of videos like financial diaries or something like that. Financial confessions or something along those lines. I'm just sharing some of the things that my husband and myself have learned on this journey, some of the mistakes that we made, some of the errors and the wrong paths that we went down to kind of encourage and, tell you guys don't make those same mistakes, right? Because, you don't want to have to go through that if you don't need to. And so I feel like just sitting down and chit-chatting with you guys and keeping it real and 100%, I think is something that's really will be encouraging to you guys. And again, I think it's therapeutic for me because I believe that if you talk about, your mistakes, it helps you to actually overcome those and actually do better. And as you can see with all of our different accounts and our financial journey so far, we've been making a lot of progress. And this is one of the reasons why, just being honest with yourself and really sharing with others about, what not to do. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just saying that, if you can learn not to do something, why not, right? And so I do have my paper down here with my notes on it, but we are going to talk about 5 investing mistakes that we made that you should not do, because let me tell you, it cost us a lot of money making these mistakes. And these are mistakes that, I wish I would have researched and learned more about at the beginning of our financial journey. But you know what? We learned what we learned. And again, like I said, I'm just putting this out there so that you guys don't make the same mistake. So the first thing that I will tell you that we kind of fell straight in head first is this FOMO. So FOMO basically stands for fear of missing out. This is when you see a stock or a crypto, or you watch a video of some random person on YouTube or on social media saying they made $10 gazillion from $1 in 24 hours. And you see more and more of those, and it does something to the psyche and it does something to our emotional state. It makes us want to, do the same thing. We want to achieve that as well. And so what do? We put our money into some random stock, some random, crypto, and bombed. And one thing that we had to learn is that for every seller in a stock or crypto, there is a buyer and vice versa. So by the time we got in, because of course we got in high because we didn't look at any charts, we didn't do any research, and somebody was like, them suckers, they got in high, no research, and now we're stuck holding the bag. And now we're down 50, 60% on this trade. And it wasn't really investing, it was trading. And if trading is really something completely different, in my opinion, from investing, because trading is definitely more temporary and you're really trading off of technical analysis versus fundamentals. So sometimes if you're day trading and you see a stock is up 100% from the previous day close, that's considered trading. Some people even consider that day trading or scalping, but that's not investing. Investing more is like buying and holding over a long-term period, like at least a year or more. And trading is not, that. And I know you guys probably looking at me like, why she got a sweater and a scarf on? It's summertime and it's cold in this house. I'm sorry, guys. I'm one of the people that in the summer, you'll see me in a sweater because I freeze really easily. But my husband and the kids, they love the air conditioner. Me, I will be in a robe all summer in the house because I'm cold. So I just wanted to put that out there because I don't want you to be like, why she got that on? It's like 95 degrees outside. It is. But yes. So the next thing that we fell into the hole with was lack of education. Now, I'd say this so much on this channel. I feel like I'm like the energizing bunny. I can just keep going and going and going. But lack of education is something else that really, really kind of hindered us in the beginning. It kind of goes with FOMOing off of stocks, is that we had no idea what we were doing. We had no idea what a stock was, what an index fund was. We had no idea what an ETF was. It was just investing because somebody told us to. We didn't verify or check that information. We didn't do any research. We just kind of got in it because somebody said to. And that's one of the things that can really, really hinder your financial journey, is just getting into things because somebody said so. I'm always talking about do your own research. It's really, really easy to research stocks nowadays. You can go on Yahoo Finance, Motley Fool, Market Watch. You can go to Google. Just type in the name in Google. Google will even bring it up for you. I believe there's like a Google Finance section of the Google page that it will bring it up for you. Go in, go to the profile, read about the services and the products that these companies have. You don't have to have like this extensive advanced knowledge of a particular stock or a particular crypto, but you should know some basic information in terms of what it is. And because it is your hard-earned money, it's money that at the end of the day you want to make a solid, return off of. And if you don't know what it is, then you really are setting yourself up for financial damage. I'm telling you, my husband and I have been in some doozies just going on Instagram and you'll see a lot of people telling you about this stock or this company or this crypto, and you'll be surprised at how many people will just invest because somebody said so. You should always do your own research. I always say I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary. I'm just trying to show you and share with you what helped us, because you can see the progress in all of the videos. It's one thing just telling you something, but if I'm showing you in the accounts what I'm doing with real numbers, like getting you guys all in the Kool-Aid, all in the business, then it shows you that what, she really does her research. Maybe I need to do the same thing. That's the thing here, is to really encourage you to become better investors here first before you put your money into the market. So the next thing was not being consistent. This is another thing that did not help us at the beginning, not being consistent. You get started really well at the beginning of the year. You have all of your goals and these plans for yourself. Your head is in the clouds. And come March, all of that stuff fell to the wayside. And that was something that we really had to learn, is be consistent. Now, the great thing is that you can automate your investing now. A lot of the brokerages, if not all of them, offers this. They will withdraw the money from your account for you, and they will automatically invest it for you if you set it up that way. It's so convenient nowadays, but when we started about 5-6 years ago ish, they didn't have that really in place. So we had to remember every paycheck, write it down somewhere, put it in your phones, put it in a spreadsheet, in your calendar, to actually invest your money. The great thing is that in your pre-tax account, so for your retirements and different things, if you set it up with your company, they'll automatically do that for you. Well, now you have that same option in your taxable brokerage accounts. Those are your after-tax accounts that you can put money in. They will automate those savings for you. So it really does take a lot of the work out of your hand. That was something that really helped us to be consistent. Every time we got paid, we invested in ourselves, because every time we got paid, we had to pay a bill. Every time we got paid, we needed to buy food. Well, we need to also make sure that our future selves are taken care of as well, and even our children. You can automate even your savings account. So it's not even just your investing. Even if you're paying off debt, you can automate that too in a lot of instances. So being consistent is key. Put your goals in front of you somewhere. People love to color in their spreadsheets. That's great. You can have graphs and charts for yourself. That's also great. Just set it up, make it, with some great lively colors. Put your stickers on there so that it can help you stay motivated while you're on this journey, because you don't want to start and stop. Great investors, those who build wealth over time, is because that they are consistent with it. Okay. And you don't need a whole lot of money to start investing. If somebody told you that you needed a whole lot of money, they were lying. You can invest with $5, $10, $20. You know what I mean? Even if you wanted to do like an investing saving challenge, which is picking 4 expenses for the week, coming under budget in those expenses, and then whatever you save, just invest. You can invest through your expenses. So being consistent is really, really key, and has what helped us. And it's habit now. It's like second nature to us now. I mean, we really love it, and we see the benefit of being not just consistent with that, but just in all other areas of your lives. Next is being a terrible budgeter. This is funny because you can't really be a good investor if you're not a good budgeter. If you don't know how much money is coming in, if you don't know how much your expenses are, if you don't know how much debts you have, you will not be able to be good at this investing. I'm not saying you have to be debt free. I'm just saying you should be, have a solid budget in place, because remember, you are investing with money that you don't need right now. That's for the future. Even if it's for the short-term future, it's still for the future. So you shouldn't be investing with your emergency fund, or if you have bill money set aside, you shouldn't be investing with that. And so you want to make sure, like I said, to create a budget, you can get a planner, a simple spreadsheet, things like that, and just write down all the income that's coming in for the month and then all of your expenses. And that way you can see if you have too much expenses and not enough income, or vice versa. If you want to know how much debt you have and get a plan to kind of start paying that off, though you don't have to be debt free to invest, but you should have a plan in place, right? Because you don't want to pay a whole lot of interest either. But like I said, being a good budgeter helped us in so many ways. Number one, it alleviated a lot of the arguments that we were having because we didn't know where the money was going. We're swiping and spending, not keeping track of anything, and then wondering where the money was going. And then we had these goals of retiring, but we didn't even have enough money to, pay the light bill. So the money was going somewhere. It's not just kind of disappearing into thin air. And having a solid, stable, secure budget for your specific situation, because everybody's situation is not the same. And you don't want to kind of craft your budget based off of somebody on YouTube because they have different, situations going on for them. So you want to make sure that whatever you do is for you and your situation because you know it best, right? And so having a good budget is really, really crucial and helped us a lot. The great thing about our budget now is that not that we've become obsessive over it, but we really have a tight rein on it. Now, we still have vacations planned and we still go on dates and do things, pick up food, eat out, different things like that. But having a budget, having your money in places where you know what it's going to do versus you have no idea what your budget is doing. And I think we have one more, and that kind of ties into what I just talked about, and that's not having any goals written. So you don't want to invest and not know why you're investing. And so when we started investing because people were saying it, had no clue about where we were trying to go. Why were we investing in the first place? Why do we have these different accounts set up? What are the purpose for these different accounts? And so writing your goals down, writing your short-term goals, because those are important. So I would say for the year, write your goals out. And then for 2 to 5 years, write your goals. And then for 10 years, look like your retirement years. What are your goals for yourself? That way you can know how to structure your investing strategy, because maybe you want to retire early and become work optional. Maybe travel, maybe volunteer for your organization that you love so much. You can structure your investments in a way where you can have income during those years when you're not having your, traditional 9 to 5 job. And so making sure that you have your future goals written in front of you somewhere, like I talked about being consistent, is having those goals easily accessible to you. So that way you know if you're on the right track with your goals, and don't make them general. Try to be as specific as you can. Yes, things change. Yes, life happens, but you want to make sure that you are being specific with your goals. What age do you want to achieve all of this at? What year is this going to be in? Do you have any children? Do you plan on having any children? How old will your children be when you do plan on accomplishing these goals? What is your life going to look like in terms of, do you want to have debt? Do you want to maybe move into your dream home? These are all things that you should take into consideration when you're writing your goals, because then when you start to invest, you can structure this. So for example, we have a dividend account. We have a growth stocks account. We have a penny stock, spec stocks account. We have a crypto account. We have rental property. These all are different things that have their purposes. It's not just, we're just investing and keeping it general. These different accounts have different purposes for our early retirement years. And because we know we want to have a decent, income for retirement years, we want to have $100,000 a year to live off of in 9 years. Well, these different accounts, these different investing accounts that I just mentioned, is going to help us get to there. And then we know, okay, let's put some extra money towards our dividend portfolio, maybe put some extra money to our Roth IRA, and that is going to continue to build and have compound interest working for us and help us to achieve our goals. And it doesn't have to just be with investing. Being debt free, knowing when you want to be debt free, how long that is going to take, making sure you write down those goals, what cards you want to have pay off. Do you want to pay off your card? Do you want to pay off your mortgage? And even if you want to save an emergency fund, these are all things that you need to have goals written down. You need to be specific with your intentions, with your affirmations, so that you can kind of really stay committed and connected to the things that you have, dreamed up and desired for yourself. So that's pretty much the video, guys. Leave a comment down below. Have you made any investing boo-boos, any investing, pitfalls that you fell in at the beginning of your journey? Or maybe you are in those situations now and you're looking for encouragement. Leave a comment down below. I love talking with you guys. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so we can get more of this information out there. And let me know if you guys enjoy like these sit down financial confessions, just chatting and talking with you guys about some of the things we did, really trying to make it relatable and like this heart to heart type of vibe. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe again, like I mentioned, and thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really do appreciate you guys. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.